In the daily briefing to the media, the Health Ministry says that plasma therapy is still under study and is not approved by the ICMR. Adds that no conclusive proof of relapse in cured patients as well. Union Minister of Health Dr. Harshvardhan says no fresh COVID case reported in the 80 districts since last 7 days. The doubling rate of infection is easing off in the country. The minister also reviews status of COVID surveillance in Delhi through video conferencing. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan says we'll be able to produce the RT, PCR and antibody test kits in India by May. Adds that it will help us in meeting our target of 1 lakh tests per day by 31st May. Prime Minister Modi discusses COVID-19 pandemic with the Indonesian President Joko Widodo, says close cooperation between the two nations will be important in dealing with the challenges posed by the crisis. The Asian Development Bank approves $1.5 billion loan to fund India's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The loan is aimed to boosting India's disease containment and prevention measures. The number of cases of COVID-19 across the country stands at 29,435. 934 people have died due to the virus. 6,868 patients have recovered after treatment so far. The recovery rate is now 23.3%. The global tally of COVID-19 cases increased to more than 30,52,000 and death toll crosses 2,11,000. The US leads the toll with over 56,000 deaths. Hello and welcome. You're watching Doordarshan News with me, Nancy Kohli. A top story. The Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan addressed a video conference today where he briefed about the current situation of COVID-19 in the country. The minister said that no fresh case has been reported in 80 districts since the last 7 days. 17 districts have not reported a case for the last 28 days.
80 districts in India have not reported a fresh case since the last 7 days. 47 districts have not reported a case for the last 14 days. 39 districts have not reported a case for the last 21 days. And 17 districts have not reported a case for the last 28 days.
And while interacting with the Department of Biotechnology through video conferencing, the minister mentioned about a decline in the doubling rate. He said that for the last 14 days, our doubling rate is 8.7, while for the last 7 days, it is 10.2 days. And in the last 3 days, it is 10.9 days approximately. The minister added that India will be able to produce the RT-PCR and the antibody test kits within the country by May. This will also help the country achieve the target of 1 lakh tests per day by 31st May.
मई के महीने में हम देश को अपने भारत में ही वैज्ञानिकों की सहायता से रिसर्च करके और RT-PCR की किट और इसी प्रकार से एंटीबॉडी टेस्ट की किट, ये दोनों चीज़ें जो है हम भारत के अंदर ही का प्रोडक्शन जो है करके और भारत की रिक्वायरमेंट्स को पूरा करने में काफ़ी हद तक मई के महीने में सक्षम होंगे। सब चीज़ें एडवांस्ड स्टेज में है। बहुत जल्दी ICMR की क्लियरेंस होते ही विद इन ए वीक वो सब चीज़ें प्रोडक्शन स्टेज में चली जाएंगी। जैसा कि हमारा टारगेट है कि 31 मई तक हम 1 लाख टेस्ट देश में करना चाहते हैं हर रोज़। उस टारगेट को अचीव करने में भी ये डेवलपमेंट हमें बहुत मदद करेगी।
The Health Minister also reviewed the current status of COVID surveillance in Delhi with the Lieutenant Governor, the Delhi Health Minister, the MCD Commissioners, the District Magistrates and the DCPs of all the districts of Delhi and the Central and State and District Surveillance Officers and the heads of government hospitals in Delhi through video conferencing.
अहमदाबाद में जो ग्रामीण एरिया है वहाँ हर ग्राम पंचायत में एक ग्राम योद्धा समिति का गठन किया गया है। ग्राम योद्धा समिति में सरपंच है, विलेज हेडमैन है, हेल्थ वर्कर है, हेडमास्टर है, तलाटी इत्यादि हैं। ये समिति जो है लॉकडाउन का पालन करते हुए गांव में राशन, सब्जी, दवाइयाँ इत्यादि को डोर स्टेप पे डिलीवर करती है। इसके अलावा वो आवाजाही पे और लॉकडाउन के नियमों के पालन पर भी नज़र रखती है। INCT का सुझाव है कि इस इनिशिएटिव को बाकी राज्यों द्वारा भी अपनाया जा सकता है।
So there you were listening in to the daily briefing. In fact, there's better news emerging from the regular health and the Home Ministry briefing on COVID-19. India's recovery rate has climbed further to 23.3% with 684 patients recovering in the last 24 hours. That also saw 1,543 new cases being reported all across the country. It was also informed that the government has issued new self-isolation guidelines where only mild pre-symptomatic people are considered fit for self-quarantine. And anyone under home quarantine has to be monitored closely. The Health Ministry has further said that the plasma therapy is still in the early stages in India where it is simply being experimented upon. So far, there is no evidence that it can be used for treatment. It has also not been approved by the ICMR for treatment as yet. The Home Ministry has also informed that the IMCT Surat is tracking COVID patients through gene mapping and door-to-door surveys are also being conducted along with extensive testing. Food packets are being distributed in Surat for the migrant labourers and the Gram Yodha Samitis are distributing essential commodities in their districts. And let's now listen in to the latest update on the COVID-19 figures in India.
अहमदाबाद में जो ग्रामीण एरिया पंचायत में एक ग्राम योद्धा समिति का गठन किया गया है। ग्राम योद्धा समिति में सरपंच है, विलेज हेडमैन है, हेल्थ वर्कर है, हेडमास्टर है, तलाटी इत्यादि हैं। ये समिति जो है लॉकडाउन का पालन करते हुए गांव में राशन, सब्जी, दवाइयाँ इत्यादि को डोर स्टेप पे डिलीवर करती है। इसके अलावा वो आवाजाही पे और लॉकडाउन के नियमों के पालन पर भी नज़र रखती है। INCT का सुझाव है कि इस इनिशिएटिव को बाकी राज्यों द्वारा भी अपनाया जा सकता है।
पिछले एक दिन में अगर हम देखें तो देश में 1543 नए केसेस आए हैं, जिससे कि हमारे टोटल कंफर्म केसेस की संख्या अब 29,435 हो चुकी है। और अगर हम देखें कि जो हमारे केस एक्टिव मेडिकल सुपरविजन में हैं तो उनकी संख्या 21,632 है। अब तक पिछले 24 घंटे में 684 पेशेंट्स हैव बीन फाउंड क्योर्ड, जिससे कि हमारा टोटल लोग जो क्योर हुए हैं वह संख्या 6,868 हो चुकी है। इससे हमारा रिकवरी रेट करीब 23.3% इस टाइम में समय हो गया है, जो कि एक बहुत ही प्रोग्रेसिव इंक्रीज है। मैं आप लोगों की दृष्टि में लाना चाहूँगा। आज देश में 17 ऐसे जिले हैं जहां पर पहले केस आए थे लेकिन पिछले 28 दिनों से कोई नया केस रिपोर्ट नहीं हुआ है।
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh reviewed the contribution of the Defence Public Sector Undertaking Units and the Ordnance Factory Board to fight COVID-19 and their operational plans through video conferencing in New Delhi. The minister appreciated the innovative skills displayed by the DPSUs in devising manufacture of the new products to fight COVID-19 and also their assistance rendered to the local administration in several forms. The Raksha Mantri directed them to prepare contingency plans for resumption of operations after the lifting of the lockdown to compensate for the lost working time to the extent possible and ramp up production. Referring to Prime Minister Modi's plans to revive the economy post-lockdown, the minister said that the DPSUs along with private defence industry could play a major role in the economic revival. He appreciated the monetary contribution of about 77 crore rupees made by the Department of Defence Production, the Ministry of Defence, the Ordnance Factory Board and the DPSUs to the Prime Minister's CARES Fund. Now, the Ministry of Shipping has announced 50 lakh rupees compensation for port employees or workers in the case of loss of life due to COVID-19. All the port employees, including contractual laborers employed directly by the port and other contractual employees, are covered. This compensation shall remain in force till 30th September this year. Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal held discussions with prominent economists regarding the economic situation in the state due to COVID-19 outbreak. Various departments of the state are creating a roadmap to tackle the economic crisis, and the government is also in talks with various business establishments to tackle the situation post the lockdown. This comes a day after Prime Minister Modi interacted with the chief ministers via video conferencing. And Prime Minister Modi spoke with the President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, and discussed the COVID-19 pandemic. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi said that close cooperation between India and Indonesia will be important to deal with the health and the economic challenges posed by this crisis, as both the countries are close maritime neighbors and comprehensive strategic partners. And in keeping with Prime Minister Modi's assurance that India would stand by its close friend and neighbor, a consignment of medical supplies has been sent to Bhutan. The Indian ambassador to Bhutan, Ruchira Kamboj, handed over the medical supplies to Bhutanese Health Minister. And the consignment also includes the hydroxychloroquine tablets, which has been found useful in the clinical management and recovery of COVID-19. India's gesture to continue delivery of essential medicines is a testimony to the unique bonds of trust and understanding between India and Bhutan over decades. India would continue to extend all the possible support to Bhutan to minimize the health and the economic impact of the pandemic. Now, Modi government's game changer scheme, the DBT, has set new records of transparency. Since 2014, the government has transferred over 10 lakh crore rupees directly into the bank account of the beneficiaries. 427 schemes implemented by 56 ministries and departments use the DBT. And as per the portal of the DBT, over 10 lakh 8,483 rupees have been transferred directly to the bank accounts of the beneficiaries. Till January this year, around 1.75 lakh crore rupees were saved by plugging leakages. And amid the COVID-19 crisis in the country, the government has been transferring the amount directly into the bank accounts of the beneficiaries through direct benefit transfer. And through digital transactions, 31,235 crore rupees have been transferred directly into the bank accounts of around 33 crore beneficiaries. 16,146 rupees has been distributed to 8 crore farmers under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana. And under the scheme of Jan Dhan Yojana, 20 crore women Jan Dhan holders received an amount of 500 rupees per month. Till the 22nd of April, 10,025 rupees were distributed through the DBT. The National Social Assistance Program disbursed about 1,400 crore rupees to about 2.82 crore old age persons, widows and disabled people. At least 2.17 crore construction workers have received financial support of 3,071 crore rupees from the Building and Construction Workers Fund managed by the state governments. The DBT, the direct benefit transfer, has not only brought efficiency, effectiveness, transparency and accountability in the government's welfare and payment system, but also reduced corruption. 4.23 duplicate gas connections were identified and removed from the list. 2.98 forged ration cards have been weeded out and cancelled. 5.26 lakh fake cases and scholarship received from the Ministry of Minority Affairs have been identified. And in the scheme of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, 1.91 lakh beneficiaries were found with no credible identities. 98.8 lakh false cases were brought to notice under the Anganwadi schemes, and around 121 lakh metric tons of fertilizer were also saved. Moving on now, the Asian Development Bank has approved a $1.5 billion loan to the Government of India to help fund its response to COVID-19 pandemic, including the support for immediate priorities such as disease containment and prevention, as well as social protection for the poor and the economically vulnerable sections of the society, especially women and disadvantaged groups. In a press release, the bank said that the ADB is fully committed to supporting the Government of India and its response to this unprecedented challenge. The quick disbursing fund is part of a larger package of support that the ADB will provide in close coordination with the government and other development partners. The Niti Aayog building in the national capital has been sealed as per the Health Ministry protocols. The step was taken after an employee working at the Niti Bhavan has been detected positive with COVID-19. Niti Aayog is following all the due protocols necessary as per the Ministry of Health guidelines. The entire building is being sanitized while the contacts of the single COVID positive person have been asked to go in on a self-quarantine. So the Niti Aayog building that has been sealed as per Health Ministry protocols. Remember, step taken after one person was detected COVID-19 positive. Now, a city-based mosque in Pune has been turned into a quarantine facility for COVID-19 suspects. The Azam campus masjid, which usually sees a good number of visitors in the month of Ramadan, was empty due to the lockdown, and hence the administration has decided to offer it for quarantine center. The chairman of the Maharashtra Cosmopolitan Education Society has said that today is the time that we actually act on philosophy of every religion, as the number of people infected is in thousands.
इंसानों को बुरा वक्त आया हुआ है और उनके काम में आना हर मज़हब की फ़िलॉसफी का हिस्सा है। तो हमने फिर ऑफ़र दिया कि हम ये करने के लिए तैयार हैं। कलेक्टर को भी भेजा और कमिश्नर को पूना म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन हमने ऑफिशियल लेटर दिया है। तो आए वो, हमने उनको बताया कि हमने ऐसा अरेंजमेंट किया है, तो उन्होंने चेंजेस बताया कि अरेंजमेंट इस तरीके से किया जाए। तो सारे पानी का मामला है, बाथरूम्स हैं, मैंने फैंस हैं, खाने का इंतज़ाम हम करेंगे, क्योंकि हमने बोल दिया कि आपका जो भी वक्त पे आना जाना रहता है वो पॉसिबल नहीं रहता है, सो हम सब करेंगे।
Now, in a unique show of solidarity, the JNK police, led by DGP JNK Dilbagh Singh, expressed solidarity with the fellow policemen and doctors, the paramedic staff, municipal workers and other COVID-19 workers in a solidarity sammelan held at the police headquarters lawns while observing all the social distancing norms and other protocols. The Jammu-based police officers of all the ranks participated in the solidarity sammelan. They were holding placards on different themes, including one for SI Harjeet Singh of Punjab Police. Harjeet Singh's hand was chopped off in a horrific incident and while he was assaulted while performing his duty. Similar sammelans were held by all the district police and armed police units at the respective locations across Jammu. The Punjab Police had also worn Harjeet Singh's name on their chest proudly to express solidarity.
इस माहौल में जहां कोरोना वायरस जो है उससे बहुत ज़्यादा लोग संक्रमित हुए हैं और जो सिलसिला अभी भी जारी है, बहुत सारे इंसिडेंट सामने आए जहां पर डॉक्टर्स के ऊपर, पुलिस कर्मियों के ऊपर, सुरक्षा बलों के ऊपर, सिविक वर्कर्स के ऊपर अटैक किए गए, वायलेंस की गई उनके ऊपर। अब ये कहना चाहते हैं कि हम अपने सब उन लोगों के साथ, उन कोलीग्स के साथ सॉलिडरिटी में खड़े हैं और हम निंदा करते हैं, मजम्मत करते हैं सख्त लफ्जों में ऐसे अटैक्स की और अपील करते हैं कि आइंदा इस तरह के इंसिडेंट्स नहीं होने चाहिए।
आज पंजाब पुलिस के जो पुलिसकर्मी एसआई हरजीत सिंह है, जिनके ऊपर हमला हुआ था, उनके साथ पर्टिकुलरली सॉलिडरिटी दिखाने के लिए हमने अपना बैच चेंज किया है और हरजीत सिंह का बैच लगाया है। और मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि एज पुलिस हम सभी एक है। पुलिस के साथ साथ हेल्थ और बाकी जो डिपार्टमेंट है, जो फ्रंट लाइन में काम कर रहे हैं, हम सब लोग एक है कोरोना के इस जंग में।
The RSS JNK unit has given nearly 200 PPE kits and 95 masks to the Government Medical College and Hospital Jammu, which is declared COVID-19 hospital. Dr. Gautam Mengi from the RSS said that these PPE kits are being given to help the frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19. A group of 12 young girls from different localities of Bhadrawa Valley of Doda district have come forward and volunteered to stitch the face mask for the needy, as they consider it as charity during the holy month of Ramadan.
Coming to know that there is shortage of face masks, a group of young female volunteers of Bhadrawa Valley of Doda district are offering a solution to local administration and healthcare workers. A group of 12 young girls from different localities of Bhadrawa Valley have come forward and volunteered to stitch face masks for the needy, as they consider it as sadaqah, charity during the holy month of Ramadan. Talking to DD News, these girls said that they were moved by the Prime Minister's appeal on television and decided to contribute for the society. They have set a target of stitching 20,000 masks, but are exuding confidence that they will not only meet the target but will surpass it. Seeing the resolve and dedication of the girls, the local Rashtriya Rifles unit decided to join hands with the group to help them meet the target.
जितना हो सकता है हम उतने मास्क बनाएंगे और ये आगे जाके एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को दे देंगे। मोदी सर ने टीवी पे बोला है कि आप आ जाओ और हमारी हेल्प करो, हम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की जरूरतें पूरी करेंगे और पूरे आलम को इस बीमारी से बचाएंगे। यहाँ पे कोरोना वायरस की वजह से सारे लोग परेशान हो चुके हैं, दुकानें सारी बंद है, मास्क मिलना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल हो चुका है। उसकी वजह से हम सारी फ्रेंड्स ने स्टैंड लिया कि हम मास्क बनाएंगे, हमें आते हैं बनाने, हम बनाएंगे और अब पूरे भद्रवा को पहुँचाएंगे।
रमजान का महीना चल रहा है और हम सब ने रोजा रखा है, तो जितना हमसे हो सकेगा हम कर पाएंगे। तकरीबन अभी तक 250 के करीब हमने बना लिए हैं।
By tomorrow, they will be handing over 5,000 masks to district administration for distribution among the needy. R.K. Raina for DD India from Jammu.
And patients who recovered from COVID-19 in Indore have applauded for the hospital staff. They've expressed gratitude towards the medics and the government for their care and hospitality that they were provided during the treatment. These people have defeated the COVID-19 pandemic and have been discharged from the hospital.
हम सिनेमा के रहने वाले हैं, हमें अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट मिला है यहाँ पर और हम स्वस्थ होकर घर जा रहे हैं। मैं लोगों से यही अपील करता हूँ कि अपना अपना घर में रहे और स्वस्थ रहे और खांसी बुखार या फिर कुछ भी बीमारी लगे तो अपना इलाज करवाएं।
And talking about the COVID-19 cases globally, over 30,52,000 confirmed cases have been reported across the globe, while 2,11,349 people have lost their lives due to COVID-19 globally. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news, but news and updates will continue here on Doordarshan News and DD India. For the moment, thanks for being with us.